welcome, friends and family. This is Don Davis of DDLRG Luxury International Real Estate, broadcasting live here from 6161 Savoy, 100.7 KKHT, where we're built on the Word. In the beginning was the Word was God, and the Word was with God. And that's where we have built our real estate company on those principles. And we also want to talk about the importance of being built to last. That's what Pastor Joel Osteen preached about today at Lakewood Church, is being built to last. And what that entitles is making sure you have a nice, strong foundation, kind of like an iceberg in the middle of the ocean. When you see the tip of the iceberg, you only see what's above the water. You don't see what's below the water. So what we're going to touch on today is the importance of having something below the water when it comes to real estate, luxury real estate, and real estate agents in general. The first thing I'd like to talk about is what our HAR president / chair shared in the Houston Chronicle news section today, and that was the importance of building your business on designations. Yes, designations are certifications and education that goes along with what your agent pursues after they get licensed. A lot of people think walking across the exam or the PSI is walking across the stage in real estate. However, that's just the beginning. You definitely need to continue in education and pursue some designations, because as she said today, those little 3 letters make a big difference. And what I mean by that, those are performance-based designations that are based on how many sales you have, what type of customer service you offer, and also the reviews of your past clients as well. So you definitely want to build your business on a strong foundation, and that foundation is not only the Word of God, but it's also on continuing education. That's very important as a real estate agent, to be continually in the classroom to find out how you can better service your clientele. And with us talking about that, by the way, I wanted to mention, I know you guys are so used to me seeing me with a guest, but today is 100% Don uncut. So you're going to go ahead and get the strong, quick version. That way we can get you to this Harvest Green Crawfish Festival, sponsored by D.R. Horton Homes. That's right, today, 2 o'clock, Harvest Green. They're giving out crawfish as long as you go look at a D.R. Horton home. So I think everybody in Houston should be heading to Richmond, Texas, to Harvest Green, a Johnson development, to go see what new floor plans D.R. Horton has to offer. And while you're at it, pick up some crawfish from that crawfish boil. But one of the things I want to talk about on education is the fact that your agent should understand that if they're going to help you sell your home, they have to understand absorption rates, and they also have to understand the what goes into calculating an absorption rate. What that means is the amount of homes that sold over the past 12 months divided by the amount of inventory that were actually sold tells you exactly how many houses that are scheduled to sell. All the larger corporations use the absorption rates, especially when I say larger corporations, I'm talking about national home builders. You ever wonder why you see a subdivision being built and then you hear people being laid off? You hear oil and gas prices are down. You hear, hey, they just lost 1,000 jobs at BP, but they're still building houses. Why? Because they've studied the absorption rate. They realize that even if those jobs go away, based on the homes that have sold, the predictive level marketing, they know that those homes are going to continue to sell. So if a corporation uses that when it comes to single family residential, why don't you use that for your individual real estate? So as an agent, our job is to provide our sellers with the absorption rate, so we can predict not only how long it will take the home to sell, but exactly what the home will sell for. So if you have a real estate professional that has given you that information, you're working with a great agent that's very educated and have 9 times out of 10, I'm pretty sure they have designations as well. But don't just, like I say, don't just jump in to business with anybody that you see online. You definitely want to do your due diligence and make sure that they have some type of designation. One of my favorites is CRS, Certified Residential Specialist, one that we hold. And they're also Certified Luxury Home Marketing Specialist. And then there's Accredited Luxury Home Specialist. These are all designations that not only factor in education, but they also factor in past sales, and testimonials and client reviews. So when it's time to make a business decision about your residence, keep in mind it's a done deal. And that really comes from the fact that we continue to educate and build our business not only on a spiritual foundation, but on an educational foundation as well. Once again, my name is Don Davis with Don Davis Luxury Realty Group. We're going to go ahead and go to our first break. But it's time to make a business decision about your residence. It's a done deal. I am Don Davis of DDLRG Luxury International Real Estate, and when it's time to make a business decision about your residence, please keep in mind, it's a done deal.
You want to excel, Don Davis is a great guy to work for. I mean, he's a great teacher and a great leader.
He's more than family. He's the guy that's actually helping me roll. I didn't know anybody when I moved out here. He's the guy rolling his sleeves up saying, come on, let's go move what you got to move.
When it's time to make a business decision about your residence, it's a done deal. Have MRP Military Relocation Professionals. We're back. Don Davis of DDLRG Luxury International Real Estate. Shout out to Lions Film for making me keep talking, because when I keep talking, I keep going, and I definitely make it more user-friendly for the end buyer, which is our consumer who is listening today. We were just talking about absorption rates and the fact that your agent needs to let you know how long it's going to take your home to sell, what's the average price, the median price for the area, and what adds value. Do homes in this area have to have a pool to sell? Do homes in this area have to have what we call a South Texas man cave? A South Texas man cave is nothing but a covered patio with a flat screen and a barbecue pit with a gas with a place for you to attach your propane so you can have some great outdoor cookouts and things like that. So we call that a South Texas man cave, and that's that back porch is definitely important. So you definitely want to know what features are important in that area to get the quickest return on investment. And you also want to have a good contact of who to contact to help sell your home. Once again, our website is viewallhoustonhomes.com. viewallhoustonhomes.com. That way you can select. We have 10 agents there you could select from. And we have somebody for everybody, but the most important thing to us is that you have an agent that has designations and education in the local real estate market to give you the biggest ROI, and that's return on investment, because time is money and money is time. Don't waste your time with a part-time agent. Once again, you're making the biggest decision of your life. Why would you hire a part-time agent? Another thing I heard this week that I like is one gentleman that I listened to. He says, people come here and learn a new language in 2 months, but we can come here and try to study another language and can't learn it. He said because the people that come here and learn a language in 2 months, they have to learn it to survive. And when you have to learn it to survive, you're going to put all your heart, all your energy into it. So I say that about real estate. I'm in real estate to survive. My wife and I, we don't work. This is what we do work. We work like crazy, but we don't have a side job. This is what we do full time. And once you commit to doing something like this full time, not only are we able to better serve our clients, we're able to offer them the professionalism, the experience that everybody needs. I mean, once again, a lot of times the home itself is the most expensive thing that you pay for. And so if it's going to be the most expensive thing that you pay for, do you want somebody helping you that does it on the side? Same thing if you're going in for heart surgery and the doctor says, hey man, your heart's no good, I think we need to operate, but I have to go to my full-time job. I'll operate on you after 7. Would you go ahead and move forward with that heart surgery? Would you have heart surgery by a doctor who does that on the side? So a real estate professional, same thing. 39,000 realtors in Houston, Texas, but you definitely want to go with the cream of the crop. And how you escalate to the cream of the crop, you go by agents who have a designation. So next time you interview an agent, I don't care if it's your cousin, your mother, your brother, ask them, are you working? If they do not have a designation, what are you working on? What designation are you working on? Because those 3 little letters matter. That's what it says in the Houston Chronicle Real Estate section today. Those 3 little letters matter. So what 3 little letters are you working on? If you're a real estate agent out there, you should be working on some letters. I know I'm constantly working on letters, trying to improve our corporation, our firm, to take business to the next level. And I also want to touch on payment calculators. I see all these payment calculators popping up all over the internet. Say, Don, if I buy a $400,000 home, what will my payment be? Well, technically, let me give you the raw truth. The raw truth is, as a real estate agent, I'm not really supposed to answer that question because I'm not a loan officer. I don't lend money. I don't. That's against TILA. Truth in Lending Act. That's against RESPA, Real Estate Settlement and Procedures Act. So you really are not supposed to ask me per se what would your payment be, but I will help you educate yourself on how to calculate your own payment. And so this is not coming from me. This is just what Don uses. A lot of people like to use the internet payment calculators. Payment calculators are not Texas friendly because we have property taxes that are almost as high as interest rates. So don't shortchange yourself thinking, oh man, I'm gonna get this $400,000 house and I'm gonna pay $1,200 a month. Oh, they forgot to mention that you're in Cinco Ranch, Texas, and the tax rate is almost as high as the interest rate. So now, whatever your payment was, go ahead and almost double it. So that's very important to us. You want to be able to contact a firm that not only knows how to find you the best ROI as far as the return on investment when it comes to a neighborhood, but you also want to be with a firm that's number savvy. One of our best agents, Corey Grant, he's a retired math teacher. He was a math teacher, high school math teacher, elementary math teacher. We have just so much talent. We have a gentleman that's been with AT&T 20 years. So we look for people who are professional and good and what we call nimble with numbers. You got to be nimble with numbers. You got to be on your feet. So quick example of my payment calculator. Now it might not be your payment calculator, but my payment calculator is an average interest rate right now in some markets is 4.5. $400,000 house, so I would take 4.5 times 400,000, and then I will get that number and I would divide it by 12. That's going to give me my principal and interest. Then I'm going to take that same 400,000 and multiply it times the tax rate. Tax rate in the Katy Cinco Ranch area is about 3.6, so that 400,000 times 3.6, I'm going to divide that by 12. Then I'm going to make my sandwich. I'm going to put the big number that I did with the principal and interest, and I'm going to go taxes and insurance, and I'm going to make my sandwich. But with your sandwich, you got to have mayonnaise. So your mayonnaise is your homeowner's insurance. Your homeowner's insurance, your HOA, and now you got the sandwich. You have your principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. It gives you your estimated payment on $400,000 on 4.5% interest rate or 3.6 tax rate, and that gives you your monthly payment. I'm gonna guess and say anywhere between 38 and 34 a month. I did not calculate it right now on purpose just because I'm not a loan officer, but I just want to give you a formula you can use. Speaking of tax rates, I did want to highlight one community that's a steal on property taxes right now, and that's Katy Lakes. That's right, Katy Lakes, right around the corner from August Lakes, which you see on the sign behind me, Trendmaker community. A shout out to Alex Sung. Alex Sung now is in Katy Lakes selling these what we call mini mansions, but the biggest benefit of Katy Lakes is you get Katy schools, but the tax rate is only 2.3%. Where they do that at? Katy schools with 2.3 tax rate. So you definitely want to go out to Katy Lakes, Trendmaker Homes, and contact Alex Sung if you're looking to transition to the Katy ISD, but you don't want to pay those outrageous taxes that you always hear about in the Katy ISD, because you know we do have the multi-million-dollar football stadium we have to pay for. So we do look for you to contribute towards that as well, since we are the 8-time Katy football state champions. Once again, we're going to head to a break, but when it's time to make a business decision about your residence, please keep in mind it's a done deal. We're back from a break. Don Davis of DDLRG Luxury International Real Estate. Love where you live. Love's going to get you. Quality of life. That's what we're all about at DDLRG. Taking your business to the next level. Whether you are a consumer looking to buy a home, we look at that as a primary residence investment. A primary resident investment is one of the best real estate investments that you can ever have, because they can become tax-free after a couple years. Anything else you invest in, you will have to pay a capital gain on it. However, if you live in a primary residence for 2 out of the 5 years, you do not have to pay a capital gain. And I like making profits where I don't have to pay taxes. So keep in mind, you do have to pay property taxes, but we're talking about capital gain taxes can be voided when you live in a primary residence 2 out of 5 years. So I do call my clients investors. I do call my agents investors. My agents have invested in real estate education. They have went to Champion School of Real Estate. They have spent that time and money and hard work preparing for that exam. And now it's time to get a ROI. And how that ROI is helping friends and family change their lives through residential real estate. Absolutely. They say, Don, do you do commercial? No, I'm really good at what I'm good at. And that's luxury home sales in the greater Houston area. Also first-time home buyers. I have a lot of people who think they have to lease. They just are not aware of the programs out there. There's USDA where there's no down payment. There's VA where there's no down payment. There's bond programs where there's no down payment. You could reach out to Harold Steele. He's watching live with us right now. Harold Ahmad Steele can help you with all those programs when it comes to lending rules. And also there's all types of conventional products where you don't have to pay PMI. That's primary private mortgage insurance. That private mortgage insurance is basically where the bank bets against you because they feel like you are high risk to begin with. So they're going to insure themselves to make sure that they don't have to take the loss. And so keep in mind, 20% down shows an investor that you are a low risk person to lend money to. And after you've proven yourself with the bank, they will lend you money anytime because they are all about making money on money. So that's the difference between basically a hard money lender, a traditional portfolio lender, and a consumer themselves. As a consumer at this point, we're making money on the appreciation of the real estate. As a lender, the lender makes money on money. So I say that to say, if you are a distressed seller, if you are thinking about selling your home, you don't have to sell your home. I know the wholesalers are coming, but let somebody like Don Davis go ahead and sell it for you, and we're going to get you the best return on your buck. No open doors, no red fins. We're just going to give you all your money so you can transfer that property to the next property. Put that money in your pocket, tell 10 people about me. That's how I make money. I don't need to kill you on one deal. Man, I don't need to kill you at all. I kill it with my customer service, and that's Don Davis Luxury Realty Group. But I wanted to also talk about if your home is listed at $475 right now, I'm going to tell you to do something crazy your realtor probably didn't tell you to do. I'm going to tell you to bump it up because $500 to $750 is back. That's one of our hottest segments right now in Houston, $500 to $750. So if you think it will appraise, you can go ahead and bump it up because the market is hot at $500 to $750. I also want to remind you that it is Fair Housing Month, April 2019, and we cannot discriminate based on race, color, national origin, religion, sex, family status, disability. None of that is a reason to discriminate. So if somebody wants to buy your home, they fall into those categories, show them some love, please. Love's going to get you. Also, once again, wanted to talk about the featured listings that we have all over town. We have a property in the Mosaic. We have a property in Montrose. We have a property in Aliana. We also have a property in Walnut Creek on Richmond Rosenberg, Lost Creek. Also, Wood Creek Reserve in Katy. Firethorn in Katy. Shadow Creek in Pearland. Cane Island in Katy. And Riverstone, Sugarland. So definitely we're definitely from the west, as we call it. We focus on the Fort Bend County, Inner Loop, Galleria, and the west, and that's pretty much everything. 288, if you cut the city in half, 288, where it turns into 45 on the other end, and work it west, and that's Don Davis Luxury Realty Group. That's where we are experts in the local real estate market, and actually we can pick it back up when you go a little bit further west. You hit 1604 and I-10 in San Antonio, Converse, Church, Cibolo. We can still help you with that as well. Once again, Don Davis Luxury Realty Group. Want to make sure I say it over and over that you go out to Harvest Green and visit D.R. Horton Homes, where they're giving free crawfish just for showing one of their houses today. You get to enjoy all the crawfish you can eat. And then also want to focus on the fact that about 6,400 homes are sold every month here in the greater Houston area. And those 6,400 homes, there's 39,000 realtors helping people sell 6,400 homes. So you definitely want to make sure you go with the cream of the crop. You want to go with a full-time agent that believes in the business enough to provide for their family. And if they don't believe in the business enough to provide for their family, then why should they help you? I'm going to be at my open house helping one of my sellers today at Aliana. I'll be there from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. It's going to be 10407 Viscount Landing. Not discount, but Viscount. Sounds like you're going to get a discount? No, Viscount Landing. But It's a great property. Viscount Landing, 104, 107, 3,300 square foot, J. Patrick custom home. I mean, this home has a beautiful attention to detail. I also have a beautiful home out in Churchill Farms that we have listed right at 400. So we have one at 450, one at 400, one at 700. We have something for every price point. All those homes can be found on our website, which is viewallhoustonhomes.com. If you want to see the video of the podcast, again, go to DDLRG TV, where Lions Films helps us out every week. So if you want to rewind this, say, Don, I need to see it again, you were talking too fast, I definitely want to be able to do that for you. So also, you want to talk on offense and defense. Once again, offense and defense. I'm a football guy. And once again, congratulations to Rodney Anderson on that draft. Straight out of Katy, Texas, playing. One from Oklahoma Sooners, and now he's playing for Cincinnati Bengals. Congratulations on that. But I'm an offense defense guy, so I incorporate that into real estate. People say, Don, if you had to define yourself or DDLRG in 3 segments, you're going to say we're built on the word. That's what we're on 100.7 FM, Lakewood Church members, built on the word. Then football, athletics. Athletics transitions very well into business. If you're a winner on the field, you'll be a winner in business after athletics is done, and that's where we talk about offense and defense. So what I mean by that right now, if I'm on offense, that's my payment calculator. That's where I'm trying to find out how much my monthly payment will be when I buy this home. If I'm on defense, I want to know what the absorption rate is. I want to know how long is it going to take me to sell this home, and what's my exit strategy to get the biggest return on investment. So we definitely are a custom real estate company. We're not your average Joe. Even though I said focus on those 3-letter designations, that JOE is not one of our designations. Now, CRS, Certified Residential Specialist, CRB, Certified Relocation Broker, MRP, Military Relocation Professional. Those are the 3-letter words we're talking about. But whatever you do, don't be an average Joe. Average Joe in real estate will not last long. As I tell everybody that are my students at Champion School of real estate can be easy to get into, but if you're not prepared for the grind, you can have trouble. And that's why at DDLRG we do recruit a lot of former athletes, a lot of former team captains, even music. I mean, band works hard. They were at Katy High School. Katy goes to state just about every other year, but guess who practices harder than the football team? The band is there before the football team. So we look for professionals that are willing to transition their prior craft into the real estate business to not only help them take their business to the next level, but also help them take their friends, family, and clients to the next level. That's pretty much it. We're wrapping up the show. Got about 2 minutes left. So I talked on all the neighborhoods. I talked about the fact that it's Fair Housing Month. You want to make sure you take care of all protected classes, and also want to make sure that when you build your business, you build it first on the foundation of God, but you also want to build it on education, continually educating yourself so you can better serve your clients. Talked on the fact that designations are important, and then talked on the fact that payment calculators are for offense, absorption rates are for defense. So that's a quick recap on our show today. Also, 6,400 homes sold last month in Houston, 39,000 realtors. So that's about, what is that, seven to six realtors after every unit. So if you're competing against 6 people on every transaction, you definitely want to make sure you have a sharp pencil. That way you can go ahead and set yourself apart by being the cream of the crop. And then also want to touch on the crawfish again. Once again, Harvest Green, D.R. Horton. Shout out to Chris Lindhorst. You owe me one, Chris, for promoting your division on that crawfish, man. So you owe me a couple of listings, but we'll talk about that later. All right, well, that's pretty much it for me. Once again, Don Davis Luxury Realty Group, going solo, pure and uncut today. Next week, I will have a former NFL guest as well, but I just wanted to go ahead and give you something that you can hang your hat on. When it's time to make a business decision about your residence, please keep in mind, it's a Don deal. We're out.